We've just completed the build on this GU Patrol. In my opinion, I think it's one of the nicer ones out there, so let's jump into it and check it out.
You need a little me in your life. I wanna see the sea in your eyes. You need to be free. Hey.
Move, move, body, move, move your body, do you move, move, body, move, move your body, do you?
You're running through my mind with a shotgun. I'm running out of time, but I'm not done. Yeah, I don't need to run, it will come to me. I don't need to fight, but I keep moving, keep moving. Even what I lose, yeah, I keep moving. Put on my shoes, yeah, I keep moving. There's no room to refuse.
Yeah, so starting at the front, the customer's already done a fair bit of stuff to their vehicle, and then they really just came to us mainly to do the electrical in the back of his rear drawers. So it wasn't too much on the front side that we've done. So he already had the GME fitted and the winch. So all we've done at the front here is just fit this steady light bar, and then it's just got the switch inside the dash just to be able to turn it on and off, which we can show you once we jump into there. Apart from that, we haven't really done too much at the front. Chucked a little fuse inside the engine bay just for this and the DC-DC charger, but apart from that, that's really everything at the front here. So we'll jump around to the side and show you what we've done there. Yeah, so around the side here, so the customer had already fitted from Outback Tours the actual awning and their rooftop tent. All we had to do for that is just run power to the actual tent, because each pole has an actual light in it. So we just run power to that so they can just plug straight in and then use it for camping. And then same thing for the tent. Just had an Anderson plug at the front, so we've just gone and run power to that, so then he's got power into his tent. On top of the actual tent, there's just a solar panel. So we've gone same thing, run power to that from the MPPT, and then that way he's got his solar power. And then on the back here, he's also got Starlink. So that's just the Gen 2 Starlink. So same thing, we've just wired the power from that to the 48 volt converter, which is just housed in the back section. But apart from on the roof, then just down on the side here, we've just got the rock lights. So on each wheel, there's one light, and then just at the front, and the back of the vehicle in the center, there's just another light. So 6 in total, and that's the same thing. There's just a switch in the dash where you can control that, turn it on and off, and it's just wired to the auxiliary battery, so you can have them running all the time. But apart from that, that's everything really on the outside. So we'll jump into the back and see what we've done in the drawers. Yeah, so just at the back here, so we start down the bottom. We'll just put an Anderson plug there for a solar blanket. So he's just got an MPPT that's just behind the seat, so we can show you once we get in there. So if he's got a blanket, you can just plug straight into that. It just makes it super easy to be able to plug your blanket in. Then we'll start here over on the left. So the customer supplied all these drawers, and then we've just basically fitted it all out. So we'll start at the top here. So we've just got a dual USB port here, the A and C. Next to that is just a little Anderson output. And then below that is just a little switch panel. So he's got one for his air compressor, and then the next one's for his Starlink, and then the next one's for his Red Arc 2000 watt inverter. And then below that, we just got the Victron BMV 712. So it's just got the little display, and then it's just got the shunt that's just located behind the battery there. So it's just a nice little display that gives you basically all the information you need, like voltage of your auxiliary, voltage of your start, how much power is coming in and out, and then how long you've got left. So it's a pretty nice little screen. It's nice and compact, and it's not too expensive. So we've just got the ARB air outlet there, and then he's just got the twin ARB compressor and the tank just located in the right hand wing of the drawers. And then also plumbed into that is his 2 airbags for his suspension. So that's just controlled from the switches in the dash, and then he's got a little gauge in the dash, so we can show you all that once it's in there. But then yeah, that just makes it super convenient to be able to air up and down, and then be able to level your tent when you're parked up. So that's a nice little feature. Then just below that, we've just got a twin GPO there, and then that's just wired by the RCD that we've put in. That's then going to his 2000 watt Red Arc converter that's on the back. Same again, we can show you that once we get behind the seats there. Just next to that, he's just got a little drawer fridge, and then yeah, just pull straight out, and then it's nice. It just suits with all these drawers, and then yeah, it's pretty convenient. And then just located also inbuilt into the drawers, he's got a little induction cooktop, so you just pull it out and he's just got a single one there. And then it's just same thing, wired in via the RCD and the inverter. and then he's just able to do his induction cooking there. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little feature. It's just inbuilt into the drawers, and then you can just pull it out even further again to be able to easily access any of his cooking utensils into the drawer here, and then gets heaps of room to be able to do his cooking. So it's a pretty nice setup on this one. For the back, that's pretty much it really. So we'll jump in behind and then see what we've done there. Yeah, so just in the back here is where we've housed all the electrical stuff. So just at the top here, we've just got the 2000 watt red arc inverter. And yeah, it's just nice tucked away out there. Looks pretty good, and then yeah, it's not really in the way, so that's why we've gone and chucked it there. And then when we fold the seats down, you can see all the electrical components that we've chucked in. So we just made this little board up just to be able to house everything. So starting at the top, we've just got the Victron Orion XS, that's a 50 amp DC-DC charger, and then below that is just the two Victron MPPT. So they're just 7515s, as we've only got small solar panels. So we've got one for the fixed solar on the roof, and then one for the solar blanket, Anderson point at the back there. And then just over to the middle is just all our fuses. So we just put a fuse box in, just a 12-way, just to do all your 12-volt fusing for your lights, solar, Starlink, all that stuff. And everything's labeled there, so you can see it quite easily. And then just below that, it's just your MIDI fuses. So just, yeah, for your fuse box, DC-DC charger, compressor, and then an Anderson plug. And then just over to that is just the little RCD that we spoke about before. So these red arc 2000 watt, just the red ones. If you go for an RS3, it's got an inbuilt RCD in that, but these ones don't have that. So that's why I've just gone and chucked this RCD in here. And then that way we comply. And then just below that, we've just put a little vent in just for the fridge. So originally that whole back section was open, but we obviously needed to make this board to be able to house everything on it. So we just wanted to put a vent in just to make sure that we could still get some airflow coming out so that fridge didn't just overheat. And then just located over next to that, we've just got all our plugs, so that if he ever does want to actually remove the drawers, he can just quickly unplug everything. Makes it super easy, and then just plug it back in if he ever wants to take the drawers in and out. And then on this side of the wing, we've just got the 200 amp hour slimline Amptron battery, and then we've just got the shunt on there, and then we've also got the mega fuses, so one for the inverter and then one for the whole electrical system. But yeah, it's pretty much everything back here. So we'll jump into the front and then we'll show you what we've done there. Yeah, so just jumping into the front of the cab here. So we haven't done too much in here. So we've just put this insert in for the UHF. So originally didn't have it. He just had it tucked over here with just one of those little pass-through adapters. But we've actually just put it into the little OEM style switches there. So it just looks a little bit nicer. Then we'll just chuck these two switches over here. Unfortunately, there's not too much space on the GUs for switches, so we'll just go on and chuck the driving light switch there, which is the front one, and then just the rock light switch just below that one there. And then just above that, we'll just chuck the little dual USB in again. It's the USB-A and the USB-C. And then that's everything for really down in this section. And then just up in here, because we needed to put the gauge in for the airbags and then the three switches, it was a bit hard to try to find space, so we just decided just inside here just to house it. So we just 3D printed a little block that goes in there, and then that's where we can put our airbags. So he's got his gauge for his left and right, and then just the up switch for each side, and then he's also got the down switch as well. So they both will come down together. So they both will go up together, and then you can either bring the pressures down individually. So yeah, it's pretty nice, tucked away, and then yeah, when you put it down, you'll never know it's there. So we just thought it's probably the best place to put it. You obviously lose a little bit of storage space, but I mean, you're kind of limited to where you can put stuff in these vehicles, so we just opted to chuck it there. But yeah, it's pretty much everything in the cab here. Yeah, so that's everything on this one. I think it's a pretty nice build, and then yeah, getting that electrical finished off, especially with the drawer system in the back, just finished off the build for him, and now we'll be able to go camping and have no issues when it comes to power. So if you're after something similar or want to get in touch with us, just head to the link in the description, and yeah, you'll be able to get a hold of us there, and we'll catch you on the next one.
You need a little me in your life. I wanna see the sea in your eyes. You need to be free.
Move. Body move. Move your body till you can move. Move. Body move. Move your body till you can.
You're running through my mind with a shotgun. I'm running out of time, but I'm not done. Yeah, I don't need to run, it will come to me. I don't need to fight, but I keep moving. keep moving. Even what I lose, yeah, I keep moving. Put on my shoes, yeah, I keep moving. There's no room to refuse.